SGC here, and we are back with a movie review, Dallas Buyers Club. I know it's late, but it just came out in Hong Kong, but I'm reviewing it now, so it's okay. Directed by Jean-Marc Vallée, a Canadian film director, awesome stuff. I don't think I've seen any of his other stuff, but yes, Canadian, awesome pride, and the fact that it's doing so well off a budget of $5 million, and I do hope it goes far. Dallas Buyers Club is a 2013 American biographical drama film directed by Jean-Marc Vallée, and it stars Matthew McConaughey as an AIDS patient by the name of Ron Woodroof, who smuggled unapproved pharmaceutical drugs into Texas when he found them effective at improving his symptoms of AIDS, and he distributes them to fellow sufferers by establishing Dallas Buyers Club, while at the same time facing opposition from the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA. So, who else is in this movie that's big? Matthew McConaughey, like I said, and there's Jennifer Garner, who plays his doctor, somewhat of a doctor that somewhat is in the gray area of supporting him, but not really. And then we have Jared Leto, who plays Rayon, a transgendered AIDS patient who, through circumstances, worked together with Matthew McConaughey in this whole Dallas Buyers Club thing. So first off, what did I like about this film? First off, McConaughey's performance here is just wow. His transformation throughout the film is just wow. I mean, he starts off as a rodeo club guy, and when he figures out that he really does have AIDS, his transformation is just really believable, and totally high props for Matthew McConaughey here, because he is just amazing, really amazing here. And when he goes through his symptoms, it's just, man, that's just so rough for an AIDS patient. And when then he goes through Dallas Buyers Club, his mentality changes as he's trying to really just make money at the same time and help people and survive and that sort of thing. And yeah, so throughout the entire film, every single time that he's on the screen, it was enjoyable. His performance was just, he really owned the character. This AIDS thing, he owns it. It's just really awesome, and it's totally enjoyable. I think I'm just gonna say it out right here, he should win Best Actor for the Oscars this year. And as we were going with the Oscars, Jared Leto playing Rayon, a transgender, it was so believable that he was like, there were moments where I swear, is this a woman? Like, he also owned his role so well. The way that he portrayed a transgendered AIDS patient, the fact that he was also playing such a spectrum of characters, like his really, I guess, chick status, in the sense where she plays the woman part of his character really well, but then when the male part surfaces, it's just like, man, it's just really great. Like, I think the fact that these two guys portrayed such real characters was just amazing, and this was such a joy to watch. And also the fact that this story I know nothing about, and it's not your typical cliche how normal films are formulated, so I don't know what was gonna happen next. I didn't even know what was gonna happen next because I didn't watch any of the trailers. I just knew that he had AIDS, and that's all I knew about this film. So him going through this Dallas Buyers Club thing was just the whole transition of what he went through was just awesome to watch. The character Rayon was just amazing. And as we were talking about ownership, I would say Jennifer Garner as the doctor felt like a real doctor that was trying to fight the system but couldn't because of her like limitations of her actual like power in this crazy pharmaceutical doctor sort of world. So I would say all three of them did a good job, as they felt like real people going through these quite real situations of where people, you know, there's still tons of people that have AIDS, and it's just yeah, I would say that the fact that this movie exists is awesome because it just really shows how it was when AIDS patients had to what some of them had to do to survive back in the 1980s, and the fact that it's based off a real story is pretty crazy as well. Though I would say the difference between the film and reality is that Rayon and Dr. Eve Sachs didn't exist, and I would say that it was crazy to think that they didn't exist in this movie, that Woodroof like was even crazier in real life. And also just to see how the community or society treated AIDS patient is an eye-opening, just to see how far, or I don't know even how far, because I don't think AIDS now is as the forefront in terms of just accepting in society, that like I don't think we talk about it in the sense where, you know, sexuality and masters of sex is so different to how we see sex now, or how homosexuality now is seen, you know, 10, 15 years ago. So it is interesting to bring AIDS, this thing, forefront to be like a social commentary, to show like, you know, these people still suffer today in some sense, that that they just have to like really accept the way of life, because what Matthew McConaughey's character goes through is that he lives with AIDS. He doesn't try to get rid of it, and he is this mentality back in those days was just wow. And the fact that this movie had a $5 million budget and went off to make $30 million, I just was just like clap for them, because it's just amazing that this movie went so far. And yeah, so really I did not, there's nothing to dislike in this film. Sure, it might show a real portrayal of what an AIDS patient goes through, or what you could say that maybe it's a bias to rodeo people, that rodeo people aren't like that, but I don't know much about rodeo roles or whatever, but the portrayal of McConaughey and Leto and Garner just made a real thing come, like a reality that really spoke through the screen. And just props for McConaughey just for how committed he was to the role. I mean, the way that his body was looking, like he totally owned the role, like I keep saying. But yeah, so Dallas Buyers Club, amazing, must watch for sure. And that's pretty much it for this movie review. And seriously, I do hope Dallas Buyers Club win Best Actor and Supporting Actor, because those two guys just did an amazing job. No offense to the other nominees, but seriously, they went far and beyond in their performance. And that is all for this movie review for Dallas Buyers Club. See you.